Welcome to this edition of Beers with Bands. I am Heather of beerx.ca, and I am drinking Tout le Monde from Unibrook.
I'm Jordan MacDonald from Texas King, and I'm drinking a Mill Street Organic, the good stuff.
And I'm Ashley from Beerx as well, and I'm drinking the Mill Street Organic, and this is Beers with Bands.
So basically, how did Texas King come about? Give us your origin story.
So it started as my solo project, just playing acoustic guitar and singing tunes I wrote, and then I came to MIA at Fanshawe, Music Industry Arts. It's a great program, check it out. And I met my bandmates Colin and Phil there, and our original drummer at the time, Rob Krellin. And then since then we've had another drummer, and now we're on our third drummer. So the lineup's changed in that regard. But yeah, we just came to meet at school, and we started playing and touring in mostly in Ontario. And then now here we are, going all over the place.
Perfect. And the band name, what's the story? Because when I think of Texas King, I didn't assume you were Canadian the first time I ever heard you guys on the radio. So what's with the name Texas King?
Okay, it's not that clever. I thought it was kind of clever at the time. It's sort of a play on words. I'm adopted, so my name originally was Austin James. So I did kind of like this read between the lines thing with Austin, Texas, and King and James. And then if you drop the two outers, what do you got? It's Texas King. So it's served us well. I asked the guys when we started jamming, all four of us, if we should change the name, and they were just like, "No, let's just keep it." So it stuck.
It works. So basically, you have done in the last week a massive festival d'été in Quebec, and now you're playing a rather small bar here in Barrie, Ontario. So how do you approach a gig like that? Do you have a different approach to a big festival, to a small, or you just go on stage and just do your thing?
Yeah, you always gotta try to keep it all like the same in your head. So it's one thing. It's cool. Like obviously you see, like instead of 100 people or like 70 people or 60 people at like a club show, you're looking out and you see like 500, 700 people, and it's like a little bit flustering if you let it get to you. So even like the Sound of Music crowd we played to when we met you guys, and like you just kind of try to keep it on an even playing field. So it's like, so you can do it night after night. Like it's important to be able to play 2 club shows, and then tomorrow we're playing it outside again, probably to a bunch of people. So it's just about keeping your mind in this. Yeah, sometimes we change it. We have a lot of songs, more songs that we could play in one set. So yeah, we pop. There's a lot that we keep in the set, but we pop some new ones in and out. And
like certain ones that are never changing, you're always going to have them on?
Well, I feel like since we did a radio campaign for Boomerang, for example, like that's kind of one that we play everywhere we go, because maybe that's the only way some people know us. So, yeah.
So we're now in a small bar, and you've probably, in your time of performing, done many small bars. Any really good bar stories, like involving you guys, or even just like crazy ass fans?
There was one time in Calgary when there was a fan that asked if one of our band members would sign her chest, and the band member in our band countered by saying, "You signed my chest." So he didn't sign her chest, but she signed his chest, which is kind of like something you don't hear about.
No. Was
Like,
it a permanent Sharpie?
it was a Sharpie for sure, yeah.
Did it stay for a while?
Maybe he's a sweaty guy, so maybe an hour.
So you're from London, and as we are Beers with Fans, and BeerX is a beer website, what's the beer scene like in London, Ontario?
Let me tell you a little bit about it. From what I know, I mean, I'm not that big of a beer nerd, but there's some really cool things going on in London. Like there's this London Brewing Co-op and Anderson's Craft Ales and Forked River, our homies at Forked River. They take good care of us. And Toboggan Brewery. Obviously, like, hometown pride and joy is the Labatt Brewery.
Yep.
Like, you know, if you like drinking piss, like some of us, Labatt, every brew has its place. I'm a big guy who likes to have something nice and light by the fire, and you can have a couple of them, like, you know, quite a few if you want.
And that's what the light beers are for. Like I have.
Tell me about your beer.
So my beer is from Unibroek. It is a Saison, Belgian Saison, at about 7%. So I'm not having 12 of these at a campfire, or I will die. It's a bigger flavor. It's a lot bigger flavored beer than that.
For sure.
But
So maybe one or two.
exactly.
And then you move over to something a little lighter.
Exactly. So what's next?
Next, we play tomorrow with the Sheepdogs at Hagersville Speedway in Jacasa. That's going to be fun. And then we're off to our hometown to play Rock the Park.
Yes.
So, yeah, a couple of fun ones upcoming. So,
And in the next coming months?
we're doing a tour, the Western Canada tour, at the beginning of August, and then we're going to be doing a fall tour as well. We're just seeing which one we get on right now. So,
And music? Any new music coming?
yeah, we got a bunch of new songs. I think there's like 12 or 13 new tunes we got rolling now, and Phil, our bass player, is actually like really good with the sounds and engineering and stuff. So he mixed up the demos, and we sent them off to our friends and see what they think. And once they have a chance to live with it, they'll send it back, and maybe we'll start making another collection of songs soon.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Just having a good time.
having a really good time. This is the life.
Right?
Yeah,
Hey, I drink beer for a living.
yeah. Maybe you might win.
Right?
Sometimes I feel like I drink beer for a living.
We've seen some of the videos.
Oh, this desire is still out there. I feel like that. Why you look like this, but you say it's like that. Everyone's in the sun, you only run out yourself. Say you want me to be here, I'll try it. You are
All right. So, speaking of campfires, you're drinking around a campfire. What songs are you going to sing around the campfire?
If I had to choose a song of ours, it would probably be like Flowers or Tomorrow, something warm and toasty. If I was going to choose another song, I always like to play, I really like that George Ezra guy, his tunes. I do a couple of those covers. Some Tom Petty would definitely have to make an appearance. We like jamming on the Jackson 5 tunes when we're a couple beers deep around the fire too. So, yeah, Colin has a nice set list of campfire tunes too. Really good stuff.
So, what other cover songs would he like to do?
Well, I love doing the cover song we do with the band, Dancing in the Dark, personally. Melvin always requests the Gaslight Anthem, 59 Sound. He always wants to hear that one. Yeah, it's hard to think on the spot, but just kind of roll with it. Yeah.
All right. So, if you took one of your songs and named a beer after it, what would it be?
Ooh, good question. Maybe Drifter would be a good name for a beer. The Drifter Lager or something.
A lager?
A Drifter Pilsner, maybe.
Next question. What kind of style?
Or maybe it could be, you know what I really am getting into, like amber and red ales and stuff.
Yep.
Maybe a Drifter ale that's like a nice twist off of like a Barking Squirrel or something.
Ah, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And would you have any type of secret ingredient that you'd throw in there?
I don't know if this is like a thing anymore, but when I was a little kid and I played hockey tournaments, there was this guy on my hockey team, and his dad would pour himself like a Coors Light or a Bud or something into his glass, and he'd grab the salt shaker and shake the salt so it like would foamed up. So I don't know, would that be an ingredient, or would that just be like a recommendation you put on the label? Like,
You want me to beer nerd on you?
and could you do that with a red?
Okay, so there are beer styles out there that have salt in it. They're called gozas. They're specifically brewed with, they're sour beers and specifically brewed with salt.
Okay.
so they have a saltiness to them. They're not typically red, but they make new beer styles every day. Like, people are making up beer styles left, right, and center. So I don't see why you couldn't try that out. Salt it is. Nice.
Okay, next question.
All right. So, what are you drinking a lot of now? Well, like with being on tour.
This rip, actually lately in general, I've been doing a few experiments with like a beer like this or a steam whistle or like something like that, and like grapefruit juice or lemonade or orange juice, mimosa, beer mimosa. So I've been doing that a lot just to get things started. You know, sometimes you had 15 beers the night before and you don't really feel like having another straight plain beer. Pour it with some juice and that'll get you started.
Nice. Absolutely.
So that kind of rolls into my next question. Is there any type of alcohol you've had that you're like, smell it and you're like, nope, that was a really bad experience?
Yeah, I ruined Bacardi Gold for myself. Can't drink Bacardi Gold.
Sambuca for me.
Yeah, Sambuca, why would you buy it? There's Melvin.
Excellent.
All right. So I heard you talk a little bit about the ACC and it changing names and that kind of thing, and about it being a bucket list thing for you. Is there anything else, be it like a venue or anything like that, that you would like to check off?
Yep, there's lots. Kita Bala would be a dream. Lee's Palace, the Phoenix in Toronto.
All of these places watching this video now.
They should be. They're cool, and they all have beer at their establishments.
Right?
Yeah, it'd be cool to play if you're there. Come on. Yeah.
Any other bucket list things? Non-musical?
I just want to make it clear that we still will play at the new named ACC, Scotiabank Center. We still, if we ever get the opportunity, we'll still play there. But yeah, that you know, like the Budweiser stage, or formerly Molson Amphitheater, even like, you know, the Cool House.
Yep.
That would be a dream too. There's some other bars like in other cities. You see people playing like the Bowery Ballroom and stuff. Like one day, it'd be nice to check that off. You know, the Opera House. Those really cool ones. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you've ever seen a lip sync battle before, where you kind of like go in and kill a song on stage with like all the bells and whistles. Like, if it wasn't your song, like what would you kill on stage for lip sync?
Oh man. Lip singing, I could do some Miley Cyrus. I could do some Party in the USA. It'd be a pretty fun one to watch and listen to. Yeah, you know, maybe even something take it the other direction, like a little You Raise Me Up, Josh Groban. Maybe you really get like,
You need a choir.
yeah, like strictly lip singing. That guy's voice is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. We're going to keep this one nice and easy. This will be our last question. Light or dark beers?
I gotta say light. Because over my days, I've had way more of them. I've just kind of started like getting into. There used to be a day where I'd get the Alexander Keith's holiday pack, and I'd give the Reds away. What was I thinking?
Right?
Yeah. So light beer. Light beer for me.
Well, thank you very much, Jordan, for joining us. Again, we're Beers with Bands at beerx.ca. If you want to follow Texas King, we'll have the links for all the social media and like their tour page, so you can check them out if they're in your city, as well as all the social media links for us at BeerX. So thanks very much, and
Follow it up.
cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.